Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know where you are watching this particular video from. Let me just know the county or the county or the country you are watching it from. Kisumu County is fantastic based on the weather today. And for those who've been following the politics of this country, I've always stated on this particular channel that three things were going to determine Raila Odinga's politics moving forward. The first event was the Nyeri event, the AZIMIO La Umoja event in Nyeri. That event was significant politically speaking, and he explained its significance in details on this platform. Maybe I should share the link. The other event which was going to determine Raila Odinga's politics is the Jubilee National Delegates Conference. That NDC was pushed forward. I don't know why. Then the third event was supposed to be the AZIMIO La Umoja meeting in Nairobi. That event took place on Friday. And I was physically present in Kasarani. I want to thank Raila Odinga Secretariat for granting me the card, the VIP card. You know, very few people had that card. So I want to recognize them for that. Next time your party has NDC or any other thing, please invite me, but make sure it's VIP or VVIP. Anyway, that's by the way. So I want to do a critical analysis of that particular event on that particular day. What I observed. Later on, I'll do another video on what next for Raila Odinga after the big announcement. Another separate video I'm going to do is OKA, One Kenya Lands Movement, the presence of Gideon Moi in this event, and the absence of the former NASACO principals. And maybe what Raila Odinga needs to do after this event, which in my view was successful, but had a lot of gaps. So I want to do a critical analysis of that event. But if you're watching this video for the first time, or you're watching this channel for the first time, please take a second or two right now, click that subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue thanking you guys for your continued support. Because without that support, this channel cannot be where it is. The fact that ODM, in their own wisdom, or Raila Odinga Secretariat, in their own wisdom, decided to give me a card, just express, in my view, it's an expression of your support to the channel. So if you're watching this for the first time, please click the subscribe button. You can also be part of the supportive team of the channel by following that join button so that you become one part of channel membership. But don't forget, if you are already subscribed, to drop your comment, share the video, and even drop your comment. Give the video a thumbs up. Now, I observed several things. The first thing was the seating arrangement. I want you to go back to those videos and the photos and just tell me who was next to Raila Amolo Odinga. That's significant. Sorry, I was just referring to some of the photos there. Who sat next to Raila Amolo Odinga? To the right was Mama Ida. To the left was SK Macharia. That tells you something. That the political class wanted the event to focus primarily on Raila Amolo Odinga, because Ida Odinga is not part of political class. SK Macharia is also not part of political class. So how did Raila Odinga arrive at the venue? If you followed that event, Raila Odinga for the first time arrived to this venue with a very lean number of vehicles. Very lean. This time around, everybody, Raila Odinga found everybody. He was not accompanied by Junet, he was not accompanied by Joho or any other close political ally. Raila Odinga came probably with his security and the family. So why do you think he changed that? To an extent that this time around he was coming, no deputy party leader in the convoy, nobody else apart from Raila Odinga and the family. So that's also something which I noted. But now let us get back to politics, the real politics now. Crowd mobilization. Raila Odinga and this announcement excited the entire country. I was in Kasarani. It was full, but not the way I expected. As a matter of fact, Kasarani is 60,000 capacity, I think. The people who were there on the terrace and on the ground were enough to fill the entire stadium. Outside, there were people just dancing. You know, normally whenever Raila and Gora are playing, they are normally those groups, they don't really come to watch or come to listen. For them, just the excitement. So they're normally just outside there entertaining people. Some are inside just running. Yeah. But the crowd mobilization, in my view, was not well done. Most people who attended that rally attended as individuals. Mombasa people came in their large numbers. You could tell they were even dominating the dance pale kwa ground. Nairobi members of parliament are a big letdown, in my view. They never mobilized their crowd. Maybe because Arati was not there. Arati is normally a very good mobilizer. I don't know about Babu. Yeah, but I tend to think, or I strongly feel, that the leadership of ODM and Jubilee in Nairobi actually failed. I saw Masiga Kuya did some work. Maybe Babu Owino to some extent. The rest, So that crowd was not well mobilized. If this was William Ruto's event and the kind of excitement it generated, I can tell you that stadium everywhere would have been full, because we had a situation where people would move away from sun and you would see that empty space this side, and when the sun came this side, it was also that other side. So basically, that crowd was not well mobilized. And I was reading, someone was commenting that probably because Raila Odinga is going to become the president, so there's no need of huge crowd to attend these rallies. But that crowd, in my view, was not well mobilized. Politics is a game of perception. Those managing and handling Raila Odinga must think outside the box. Number three, the third thing, was the list of speakers. Who spoke at this event? Junet was the MC. Of course, Mdomobagi, but he gave Junet. Then there was Joho spoke. There's Ngatia, the guy who wants to become the governor for Nairobi, spoke. And I think that was kind of an endorsement for him to be given a chance to speak. David Murade spoke on behalf of Jubilee. Francis Atwoli spoke on behalf of workers. Professor Makau Mutua spoke as a friend of Raila Odinga. SK Masharia spoke. Amos Kimunya spoke. My thoughts and honest opinion is that this list of speakers, whoever prepared them, failed. Why? This event required two options. The first option is that it was Raila Odinga's day, so each and every focus ought to have been on Raila Odinga. So which means you are to deny the political class the opportunity to speak. So you would have given young people, women, ordinary fishermen somewhere, wale mama mboga, the chance to speak at this event. I'm happy the youths were given opportunity. I saw Fikirini Williams, the new kid on the block. I saw that beautiful lady, the Samburu women rep, aspirant. Very good. I saw that young boy or young man escorting Raila Odinga to be handed over to the country. But this event, if you ask me, those who were there, they were yearning to listen to someone like the professor of mathematics, John Lonyangapuo. This crowd was waiting to listen to someone like Kanini Kega. This crowd was yearning to listen to Sabina Chege. This crowd was yearning to listen to someone like Babu Wino. This crowd was yearning to listen to serious politicians. They were not given that opportunity. So this event failed in the list of speakers. Professor Makau Mutua, Atuoli, Murade, Ngatia, Kimunya, Joho speaking, fine. Professor Mutua actually spoke with passion. Atuoli hit, and Murade reminded Kenyans. The crowd was demanding for Atuoli, Murade, and there were others. At some point, they were even demanding for Babu to speak. But I was surprised that whoever prepared the list of speakers failed to include the name of the professor of mathematics. At this event, I'm told the idea was that most people were not going to speak, they were going to have the clips. Why should you have a clip of Lonyangapuo speaking, the other side taking 2 minutes, while he's here, you can give him 2 minutes to greet people? It didn't make sense to me. Why, for example, you'd give Oparanya a chance to speak AZIMIO LA UMOJA in Kakamega, 2 minutes, and people are watching on screen? While Oparanya is there, he can speak in 2 minutes just to greet people. So I think the list of speakers was not well thought out. Number 4, the other thing which shocked me was the failure by the organizers to take advantage of this opportunity to entrench Jubilee as part of their coalition partner. Remember, ANC boycotted, Wiper boycotted, Ford Kenya boycotted. So we had KANU, we had Jirongo's party, I don't even know the name. Then there was the opportunity of Jubilee. If I were to organize this event, the first thing I'd do is to make sure that protocol is well managed. The protocol in this event was not well managed. So I'd improve on that. Then I would grant Jubilee leaders more time to speak so that they can own brand Raila Odinga. For example, Mishiboko spoke. What stops Sabina Chege from being given a chance? So this was the day you give Sabina Chege a chance, you give Kanini Kega a chance, you give, there's this consistent guy, I don't know, his name is Brown in some specs, I normally see him, the governors who are defying UDA wave in their regions to support Raila Odinga. This was the time to give them that opportunity. This was the time someone like Kanini Kega was to shine, so that when he goes back there, he can say that the other side will decide. Huku muna decide. So I tend to think that something somewhere was not well thought out. If I were part of the team, if I was part of their strategy, I would have insisted that Jubilee as a political party was going to be given a chance to speak. The other thing I observed is the game of numbers. Countless times, I've always stated on this platform that politics is a perceptional game. William Ruto is creating perception that is popular, and people are picking that up. He's not popular. His popularity cannot be compared to those of Raila Odinga. If Ruto were to invite Kenyans to Kasarani, and Raila Odinga invite Kenyans to Kasarani, the number of people who will be going to Kasarani to watch Raila Odinga are high. If there were no mobilization, just a call. There's always the perception that William Ruto has more numbers of MPs, more numbers of senators, more numbers of governors supporting him. This was the opportunity for the organizers to prove that indeed, Raila Odinga enjoys the support of more members of parliament. There were so many members of parliament at that event. So many. I counted like over 100 of them. So this was the time, because there was no time, but this was the time to list them. Just parade the members of parliament here. Yeah, Zazile Raila yuko. Yeah, Junet as the speaker, as the MC takes the microphone, hands over to Kemunya as the majority leader, or to Wangwe as the whip. If I was to organize this, then Wangwe would invite all members of parliament. Can you come to the front? So wakuje, wapange laini. The names are read. Nani from nini? Mkono. Nani? Mkono. So that you prove a point that Raila Odinga is being supported by many members of parliament. That did not happen. By many senators. That did not happen. By how many governors attended this event? Several of them. How many cabinet secretaries? I'm told 6 or 7. So there was that opportunity of proving that Raila Odinga has the numbers in parliament, in senate, in counties. That did not happen. The fourth thing was the issue of the running mate. In fact, let me be honest. On that day, I was feeling unwell, but I think I'm okay now. The Royal Dental Clinics did magic on me now. So I think I'm okay. What I expected was Raila Odinga to unveil a running mate on this day. Or just to give a hint, the way Ruto gave the hint of Rigathi Gachagua. But that never featured. That's why I talked of sitting arrangement. Peter Kenneth was there, nyuma huko. I saw Munya there, but by virtue of being a senior cabinet secretary, you know. So we left that place without any hint. The only thing I can hint is that Martha Karua might not be part of the game plan. Otherwise, she would have been here. And lastly, Raila Odinga, the candidate, was unveiled. He gave a very powerful speech and a 10-point agenda. The question is, what next after that? Who is going to explain the 10-point agenda of Raila Odinga to the country, for example? Or are we going to have the 10-point agenda similar to the BBI, which was not explained to Kenyans and Kenyans could not understand? Raila Odinga gave a very powerful speech. His speech was history-based, current, and the future. What we need to do as a country to be where we should be. But who is going to help in disseminating those information? By now, if I was working for ODM as a political party, I hope maybe they are listening. What I would have done, I would have picked the clips of Raila Odinga, what he's saying on each of those 10-point agendas, and serialize them. I don't know what you think. So tomorrow, let me deal with what next for Raila Odinga after announcing his bid for the presidency in 2022. Because that's when the journey now begins. It's not going to be what it has been always. So Raila Odinga will be addressing Kenyans as a presidential candidate. Not as someone you'd say, okay, he's going to support who, he's not going to run. No, that's now not there. Raila Odinga will be on the ballot in 2022 as a presidential candidate. So what next for Raila Odinga? The other video I've not done is whether Rigathi Gachagua can deliver Mount Kenya votes to the Deputy President, Dr. William Samoei Arap Ruto. I don't know what you think. Let me hear your thoughts. And for those who are watching this channel for the first time, please just take a second, click the subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue thanking you guys from the bottom of my heart. I hope this video is educative. There were so many good things which took place at that particular event. So many good things. But I've just picked on what needs to be improved on. For example, for the first time, I saw an ODM rally which was a bit organized. I've been part of it. It's normally chaos. You see, that woman, that women rep who was crying like a child, that's how it is in ODM party. You are seen with RUTO, you come prevent, that's what happens. So someone maybe betrayed her, aliambia wa vijana, huyu ni wa UDA, I don't know. But it's an unfortunate event which should not be allowed to take place in whichever party. Bye-bye.